O laureado. Malawi and Mozambique do not only share borders, but also share cordial bilateral relations, characterized by cooperation, mutual respect, and shared interests. As a way of strengthening this bilateral relationship, His Excellency Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, President of the Republic of Malawi, took a two-day official visit to Mozambique from the 14th to the 15th of August 2024 on the invitation of His Excellency Filipe Nyusi, President of the Republic of Mozambique. Speaking ahead of the President's visit, Malawi's High Commissioner to Mozambique, Wezimoyo, explains the importance of President Chakwera's official visit.
I need not emphasize how significant energy is to our country. You know very well that the President came to Mozambique in April 2022 when, together with President Nyusi, they launched the Malawi-Mozambique Interconnector project. And apart from that project that is going to give Malawi 50 megawatts of energy, there's a joint project between Malawi and Mozambique in power generation on the River Ruo that is targeting to generate 41 megawatts of power. And also there are other areas of agreement around storage, transportation of fuel products from Mozambique to Malawi. All these issues are in one agreement, a generic memorandum of understanding that the President is going to actually sign tomorrow.
Moyo says apart from the bilateral talks and agreements between Malawi and Mozambique, Joaquim Chissano University will confer an honorary doctorate degree in international cooperation and development to President Chakwera on the 15th of August.
The climax of this visit is that the President has been awarded an honorary PhD in leadership and international relations. You know, for all these things that I have mentioned to happen, it requires strong bilateral relationship. And the President has provided and taken the lead in establishing that strong relationship between Mozambique and Malawi.
President Chakwera, together with the First Lady, Madame Monica Chakwera, arrived in Mozambique on the 14th of August 2024 through Maputo International Airport. Upon arrival, Their Excellencies are welcomed by Mozambique's Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs and Cooperation, Hermenegildo Caetano, Malawi's High Commissioner to Mozambique, Wezimoyo, and other Malawi held a one-on-one meeting before joining their government officials for bilateral talks. After the talks, the two leaders preside over the signing ceremony of a Memorandum of Understanding MOU between Malawi and Mozambique on the energy sector. The MOU is aimed at improving the energy sector and boosting trade between the two countries. Ministers responsible for energy in Malawi and Mozambique signed the MOU.
Portanto, podem ver que a visita do presidente Chakwera não veio aqui só para aquilo que vai acontecer amanhã.
Speaking at the signing ceremony, President Filipe Nyusi says President Chakwera's visit to Mozambique is very important because it gives him a chance to discuss some of the key sectors that are crucial to the development of the two countries, such as agriculture, energy, and transport. President Nyusi adds that the two countries will continue working together to ensure that the Memorandum of Understanding, which has been signed, becomes a reality and beneficial to the people of the two nations. In his address, President Chakwera reveals that apart from the agreement signed, the two countries will be signing more agreements, such as that on air transport, so that there will be direct flights between Mozambique and Malawi.
Pleased that following our engagement, we have signed this agreement, and there will be more to be signed. This is about energy and petroleum, but we will sign shortly air transport agreements, because these are making us come closer as people in our region. And I'm happy that we will enhance our electricity supply capacity, and so we can clear the rubble of blackouts. I'm also happy soon we'll be reducing land costs of fuel, hence translating into lower fuel prices in Malawi. And I'm happier that soon we will see direct flights into Mozambique and so forth. When all of these things are done, our trade relations getting improved, our tourism getting improved, our people-to-people interactions getting better all the time.
This honorary doctorate in recognition of my efforts to bolster international cooperation between our nations. This is an area or an arena in which I would not have been able to make progress without cooperating partnerships, among which none has been stronger than my partnership with President Nyusi and the great people of Mozambique. So, beyond thanking you, everyone, for this distinguished honor that you have bestowed upon me and upon the Malawian people, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your solidarity and friendship.
President Chakwera says there is no country that can develop without international cooperation.
There is no nation, no matter how well-resourced or how resilient, that can survive on its own. In short, we are well past the point of treating international cooperation as a good and noble gesture. International cooperation is the only reasonable path to a prosperous future for all nations. The idea of any nation being able to stand on its own in this day and age is a fantasy. And the sooner we disabuse ourselves of this delusion, the better. Nations are sovereign, not self-contained.
President Chakwera further explains that Malawi's prosperity and security depends on the robust relationship with the countries with whom she shares her borders with.
International cooperation is indispensable to Malawi's progress. In fact, nowhere is this reality more true than in Malawi's relations with its neighbors. Malawi's prosperity and security depends on a robust relationship with the countries with whom she shares her borders. And among these countries, the country that we share a lion's share of our border with is Mozambique.
Senior Professor Jose Magodi, who is Vice Chancellor of Joaquim Chissano University, says President Chakwera deserves the award for his commitment and dedication in strengthening international cooperation with Malawi's neighboring countries, especially Mozambique.
President Chakwera was convincing that it was necessary due to the situation of Malawi being an interland country to create alliance with the neighbor countries, Tanzania, Zambia, and Mozambique. And regarding Mozambique in particular, begin working with President Felipe Jacinto Nyusi in the sense to to get the common consensus about partnership.
After successfully completing several official engagements in Mozambique, His Excellency President Dr. Lazarus Chakwera and Madame Monica Chakwera leave for Zimbabwe through Maputo International Airport to attend the 44th Ordinary Summit of SADC Heads of State and
We asked the children, how many of you brushed this morning? And this little boy, his hand didn't go up. And I said, well, why didn't you brush this morning? He said, my brother was using the toothbrush. If I'd waited for him, I would have been late for school. I'm sorry, I get a bit emotional when it comes to that. To be able to change a child's life, to be able to bring back that confidence about their smile, for me, is phenomenal.